Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my impressions video on the FYSETC Voron V0.2 kit. This is their latest kit. This is version 1.1 at the time of filming this video. I would like to thank FYSETC for sending me this printer. It's been fun to build. The V0 is not my favorite printer to build just because of how tedious it is, but that's personal preference. I really do think the FYSETC kit is a great buy and I would recommend this. Just to get everything out there really quickly at the beginning of the video for all of you, I would recommend purchasing this kit. It's got a lot of quality of life features on it. It prints well. It went together very well. The documentation on the main board could be a little bit better, but if you're not messing around with any of the software, it just works out of the box. So let's get more in depth about the printer, what kind of add-ons it comes with, and what I think about it overall. I will show off a video of it printing at the end of the video. Like I say, I'm enjoying using the printer. It prints very well and it just worked. So to start, what comes with the FYSETC version of this printer? So we get FYSETC's Lightweight X gantry. This is a hollowed out 1515 gantry essentially, which is much lighter than the stock one. Is it really necessary on a printer this size? Probably not, but it's a really nice feature and it makes mounting the linear rail very nice. It's just a nice piece and it's very high quality. You can see the CNC machine work that was done on it to make it lightweight, and I will show that off when I kind of do an overview of the printer close up. This kit also includes a palm gear set for the extruder. So this does use a BMG style extruder gear set. However, the gear set with this is a palm pressed on gear. There's no set screw. There's no chance of the gear set being out of alignment and wobbling. So you're gonna get better print quality. That's the idea. And I find that the extruder goes together better just because there's less things for you to worry about with like setting the alignment of the set screw, having the set screw come loose, thread locking it, all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed building with that palm helical gear palm gear set. So that is a really big addition in my opinion to this kit. I really enjoyed that. The Catalyst mainboard that FYSETC provides, I think, is a really big deal with this printer. I will show it off here when I do a walk around of the printer. I really enjoyed using this. It's very well laid out. They built it basically specifically for this printer. It's very, very nice. Like I say, there could be a bit better documentation on it. Flashing clipper onto it and also onto their tool head board. It's not really detailed very well. I'd like to see a bit better documentation on that. However, everything clipper's pre-installed and it just works. So if you don't want to tinker with the software and stuff that's on here, it should be totally fine. It still runs genuine clipper. I installed CAMP on here, so clipper adaptive mesh and purging works fine because it is real clipper. It runs mainsail. It's just ready to go. So you can still put all the add-ons that you would want on the clipper. It just works. So take that. I would just like to see better documentation on flashing the board and that type of thing. This also comes with FYSETC's CNC bed frame. So they have a really thick, nice, beefy bed frame. I do really like this over the Kirigami bed. I don't like the Kirigami bed. I just don't find it to be that great. I much prefer this one. It's much more heavy duty. It's got a nice weight to it. It's very easy to install, and there's only one printed part that you have to add on to it. So it's just a nice bed frame, and it's very robust for a printer this size. So I really do like that. So those are kind of like the main things that you're getting with this printer. In comparing this to the LDO kit, I have built 2 LDO kits previously. There's nothing wrong with the LDO kit. However, I do think there's nicer features on this FYSETC version out of the box. So this kit comes with LEDs for mini stealth burner. It's nice to have LEDs on the tool head so you can get a nice good look at what you're printing. It's just nice to have. It's a much better add-on for what you're basically paying for. So much appreciate the LEDs on there. I like the tool head board much better. The wiring's cleaner. You get this really nice single wire, nice flexible wire that's really easy to run. I find it much better than the LDO one, the picobilical that comes with the LDO one. So I just had more fun, or it was more enjoyable to assemble this printer with the components that FYSETC chose or what they provided. The hot end here, they do say it's a high flow, they call it a sail fin hot end, I believe. I don't know what flow it has or anything like that. I mean, this is a V0.2. I don't really think you need a crazy high flow hot end, but it does basically have a ceramic heater like the bamboo hot end. So you're gonna have really fast heat up temps. And honestly, in 2024 and stuff like that, you shouldn't be using cartridge heaters anymore. Ceramic heaters are the way to go. And this one does have kind of that standard ceramic heater, so I do much appreciate that. The hot end was fully assembled, bolted in perfectly, and like I say, it heats up very quickly, and the print quality I'm getting out of it is great. Same thing with the extruder. That all went together really well. FYSETC also sent me their printed parts. So this is their complete kit with all of the printed parts. I think that all the printed parts are up to spec. I had no problems with the print quality. Everything seemed very strong. Nothing broke on me. All of the screws fit in correctly. The quality is good. The layer stacking looks good. I have no complaints with the ABS printed parts. So if you cannot print ABS yourself, I would recommend FYSETC's printed parts. I found them to be good quality in my kit. So that's a really quick kind of overview on what's included and stuff like that. I'm going to take you around the printer, show off a few things a little bit better, and then, like I say, I'll show off a video of this printer printing. Again, I highly recommend this kit if you're wanting to build the latest Voron 0.2 and you want to use a kit, you're not self-sourcing. I really think the FYSETC kit is recommended. So let's take a quick look around the printer and let's take a look at it printing. All right, so here we can see that lightweight X-rail. So the machining on here is really nice. I really enjoyed using this. They do also include the normal 1515 if you want to use that. We can see here their toolhead board with this nice shroud. Again, the wiring is really nice and clean. I really enjoyed building it. FYSETC also does include a LCD. All my LDO kits, this is kind of like an extra. I know this is not needed. It's just kind of nice to get it in the kit for this price. So that's quite nice. So all the skirts and everything, of course, were included with this kit. So here is what I think is kind of the star of the show, is the catalyst board. So this is an all-in-one main board with SoC on board. So we do have essentially a system on a chip here that is running Clipper. So it's running Linux, Clipper, mainsail, all that kind of stuff. The board is really well laid out. You can see the steppers here are actually on the board where they plug into the motor, which is really, really nice. There's very little wiring on this printer. So we have basically our tool head connection that comes in here. That's all of your extruder motors on there, accelerometer, your RGB lights, everything is all on that one little cable. Simplifies that greatly. We have 2 stepper connections. We have our Z end stop, our filament runout sensor, and we have our bed thermistor. You know, it's a couple wiring there for power and bed. FYSETC does include this skirt here with a network jack and also a USB port. This board does not have Wi-Fi built in, so FYSETC does include a Wi-Fi dongle with it. And they do have documentation on their GitHub page on how to join the Wi-Fi. So you do need to plug this printer into a LAN cable first, go to the IP address, and then run a few commands to connect to Wi-Fi. But again, overall, really nice. I will mention, it took me a little while to figure out how to mount this board. Basically, they include some brass standoffs that will go into how you would mount the back panel. You're going to use some standoffs basically for the two kind of upper middle holes here, and then one standoff in the bottom will actually elevate the board, and it will bring it all the way up so that your umbilical cable plugs right into the actual top there. You can see that. So it just clicks in there like that. Really, really nice. Yeah, really enjoyed building with this board. It went together very well. And like I say, genuine clipper on here. As soon as I flicked the switch on here, it just turned on and I started printing. It worked with Orca Slicer out of the box, which means their start print G-code is correct. Orca Slicer, the default V0 profile in Orca worked perfectly. And as I said at the start of the video, I was able to install Clipper automated meshing and purging camp. Fully worked, no problem. So again, I really don't see the need to update the board or anything like that. I would highly recommend, if you're new to Clipper, just don't update the board. There's not really a need to for the most part. If the printer's working, just kind of leave it alone if you're not experienced with Clipper, because like I say, the instructions on how to flash this and the tool headboard are not great. It can be done, of course, but that's just something to note. And like I say, it works completely fine out of the box. So here is the FYSETC kit printing. I am using the latest version of Orca Slicer, which is really great. Works perfectly. Like I said, the start G-code is set up so that it works perfectly with the stock V0 profile on Orca. You can see the toolhead LEDs there. And something I forgot to mention too, if you notice at the back of the bed here, this kit has holes in the bed so that you can actually put two M3x10 screws in the back so that your PEI sheet lines up correctly. Just nice quality of life stuff like that in this kit. It is really a nice, well thought out kit that works well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate all my Patreon supporters. I am definitely still unemployed, so your help goes a long way. And like I say, there is a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I get a little kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it really does help me out. Thanks, everybody.